Hey, what's up guys, and today I'm going to be going over my Lunalight deck profile, as well as introducing you guys to the new cards Lunalight gets in Duelist Advance. So starting off, to get 5 cards, the first one is Lunalight Gold Leo. Gold Leo says if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a Lunalight monster from your deck to your hand. Except Gold Leo, then discard a card. If a Lunalight monster is sent to the graveyard, your graveyard, while this card's in the monster zone, even during the damage step, you can target one of them, add it to your hand. So this card is really good. It's going to be your main starter of the deck. From the card that you're trying to turbo out first, obviously it adds a card, so that's really nice. And then it lets you add back from your graveyard to your hand. So not only can you like add back what you discard off Gold Leo, but you can also add back something you send off like Cloud Chick, for instance, or like Masquerade, one of the other new cards I'm going to go over. So really good card. Next card is going to be Lunalight Hound. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon a Lunalight monster from your deck, except Silverhound, and if you do, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except Lunalight monsters while you control that face-up monster. When a spell and trap card or effect is activated on the field, you quick effect you can banish from your graveyard this card in a Lunalight Fusion monster, negate the activation. So this is going to be one of your ways to like extend. You're trying to like send this to the graveyard by card effect, trigger it, summon the Lunalight from your deck like Gold Leo, and play that way. Also, it being a spell and trap negate is really nice. Not only does it make your end board better, but you can actually like use it going second too to like load up Hound and a Fusion in your graveyard quickly, so that if your opponent uses a spell or trap like GWC, for instance, or the Omni Negate Trap Purification, you can negate that, which is really nice from its re. The next card is Lunalight Masquerade. It's a continuous spell. During your main phase, if this card is activated this turn, you can send a Lunalight monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you fusion summon a Lunalight monster, you can add 1 poly from your graveyard or banishment to your hand, then you can discard a card. And if you do, once this turn, if you fusion summon a Lunalight monster, you can also banish monsters from your graveyard. So Lunalight monsters, they require a lot of materials basically. So what the spell does, it lets you fusion summon. Like once you fusion summon once, your next time you fusion summon, you can just banish materials from your graveyard instead. So to go like, you're basically not going neg to summoning like your boss monsters, which is really, really important. And the first effect being a Foolish Burial, you can send like Hound, for instance, and then Hound will trigger, summoning a Lunalight like Gold Leo from your deck. This is one of the ways that Masquerade is going to be a 1-card combo. Yeah, the next card is going to be a fusion, Lunalight Perfume Dancer. It requires 2 Lunalight monsters. This card is fusion summon. You can add a Lunalight Perfume from your deck to your hand. You can target one other Lunalight card you control, return it to the hand or extra deck, then you can special summon a Lunalight monster from your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard. This turn, monsters your opponent controls lose attack equal to their own original defense. So this card has a bunch of relevant effects. The first effect lets you add Lunalight Perfume, which technically is not a Lunalight card because you see there's like a space between the Luna and the light. So before it wasn't searchable, but now it is, so that's really important. That's our card is a crazy extender, so it's basically Monster Reborn and like a Tenki in one. The second effect lets you bounce cards like Tiger, Cloud Chick, and Lunalight Wolf to the hand, because none of those cards are once per turn, so you can bounce it to the hand, then use them again, and it's really nice there. And the third effect is mainly used to like help you OTK your opponent, because your Lunalight fusions can attack multiple times, so you can make your opponent's monsters all low attack and keep attacking over them. Really good card. Next card is going to be the boss monster of the deck, Lunalight Liger Dancer. It requires Leo Dancer plus 3 Lunalights. Must be fusion summoned with the above fusion materials, unaffected by card effects except Lunalight cards. Can make a second attack during each battle phase. And once per turn, quick effect, you can send a Lunalight monster from your extra deck to the graveyard to destroy all of your opponent's special summon monsters. Like I said, this is the boss monster of the deck. It's basically a towers. It's a really good towers because it has like a Omni White, like Raigeki effect on it. So yeah, this card's crazy. It's super hard to out because even if your opponent has a way to out it, well, you can just like blow up that way to out it. Most of the good decks still have like decent ways to out it, but if you establish 2, that's like pretty much an auto win. And then it being attacked multiple times is like really nice to help end games as well. So now that I showed you guys what the new cards do, I'll show you guys my deck profile. My deck list. I'll start off by saying that you should not be looking at copying this listic card for card. Also, you should not like ignore the side. The side doesn't matter right now. But yeah, anywho, starting off we have the starters: 3 Tenki, 3 Masquerade, 1 Foolish, 3 Gold Leo, 3 Burial Goods, 3 Perfume, and Perfume isn't really a starter, but 1 Fractal. Ignore Perfume for now. Yeah, so you have like 14 1-card starters, which is really nice. Some people don't like Burial Goods in the deck, but I think they're just like crazy. The deck is like too fragile without it, especially going second. Burial Goods is just broken, being able to send like Serenade Dance. Most of the time you're sending Serenade Dance. Sometimes you can send like Perfume or Black Goat. Black Goat is cool for Burial Goods, obviously. It turns your engine card into a non-engine card, which is nice because the deck doesn't have that much space for non-engine. Blackout's a bit interesting though. It's for some matchups like Rysville you want it, but for others like Malice, it's kind of mid. Like versus Malice in testing, I found myself always sending Serenade Dance going second instead of Black Goat. But I think you still play it. You can arguably side it out going second though, the Black Goat going versus Malice. Yeah, Fractal's a starter because you can send Hound, and Hound is a level 3 monster. Where's it at here? Hound's level 3, so Fractal can actually send it to the graveyard and then trigger it that way. Some people have been talking about playing 3 Fractal. However, I like 1 because I feel like it has a lot of diminishing returns. Because Fractal only really sends Hound, right? You can't send any of your other Lunalight monsters to the graveyard, so I think if you open like Fractal plus Masquerade, yes, the Masquerade can send like Martin to grab like Lunalight Perfume, but it kind of depends on kind of requires a specific hand because you need like fusion materials, and I think generally it's not needed. 3 Perfume, I think it's a really good extender. Sometimes it can feel a bit weak under Joel, but if you can get like Cloud Chick in the circulation, it's like fine. 1 Lunalight Fusion, this is basically like a pseudo Shaddoll fusion. This card is crazy and is 100% necessary because you need it for going second. It gives your deck more pushes going second and more of like a threat, which is really nice. 1 Poly, obviously. 2 Black Sheep. I was on 3 at first because I basically saw an OCG list that played 3, and I was like, 3 kind of makes sense, you know? This deck wants to be playing like 3 to 4 card combos. Like, you want to draw 3 to 4 engine cards. But as I started playing the deck, I realized that it's not... Yes, your deck plays like that, but the problem is a lot of your engine is like spells. So just having like Poly like isn't good. You need other cards to resolve for the Poly to have value. Also, Sheep kind of plays into Joel really hard, and Joel's seeing a lot of play right now. I'm still playing 2 because I think in some like combo lines you do use the second and like the grind too. So I feel like I can justify playing the second one, even though it's not like amazing to draw because it's still an extender. And like I said, I think you want 2. There could be a world where you play 1 though. Maybe the scenarios I'm talking about aren't that relevant. I have to do more testing. 2 Collateral Chick. This is like another normal summon, quote unquote. Your main normal summons are Collateral Chick and Leo. Kind of a similar reason for the Black Sheep. I mean, not really, but like Collateral Chick, I think you want the second. There are times where having the second copy in your deck comes up, and I don't think it's terrible to draw. Like sometimes normal summoning a Collateral Chick can be better than normal summoning a Gold Leo. So yeah, I think 2 is fine. I think 2 is correct. Sorry. 1 Martin. You don't want to draw it. I don't think you need multiple. Even if they banish it, it's like fine. You don't need this card for your deck to function because this is not like a Chick Tiger deck anymore. 1 Wolf. This card is broken. Also, some people aren't playing it. I feel like you're just auto-losing the Joel if you aren't. Like I'm playing this card. It's one of the best cards in the deck. Tiger. This card is not a great extender, so only 1 copy, but you still want it in your deck to search it. The reason it's not a great extender is because you have like, let's say you have like Tiger plus like Masquerade or Gold Leo, right? Let's say you normal summon Gold Leo and gets impermed. The Tiger just is not doing anything. You're making like SP pass, so it's not that great of an extender. And the 1 Hound. 2 is also an option. At first I was playing 2, but I haven't honestly needed the second one, so I'm at 1 right now, and it's not that great to draw. Serenade Dance, Black Goat, Imperm, Joel, Fua, Perulia, and Tactics for the non-engine. So this deck wants to draw 3 to 4 engine cards, so you can't play that much non-engine, so you want to play impactful ones. And I honestly feel like it's fine to play like this few amount, so you can win going second drawing like 1 non-engine card. I've even had a bunch of games going second versus like Malice where like I only drew Joel and I was able to push through the board with engine. The limited board under Joel, obviously, so I feel like it's nice. The Imperm slot I'm a bit iffy on. I want it to be a card that deals with like Detonator, because sometimes if you draw like a bunch of continuous spells, Detonator can be a problem. It's a bit weird though, because obviously like Imperm is like, especially like as like only hand trap is kind of ass versus like Malice. Also, yeah, I don't know. Like I wish the deck could play Droplet, but I just feel like you cannot play Droplet. You just have too many cards that discard, and like Droplet doesn't work well with your continuous spell. So, but the Imperm could be another card. I don't think you need Ash in the main deck, but you know, yeah, I don't think Ash works well with like this approach either. But not having Ash for Fluid kind of sucks sometimes, but I feel like you can like gas through it. Yeah, for the extra deck, 1 Saber. In theory, this card is crazy. Only 1 game I've needed it to like win. Even if I needed it to win, that's like iffy. So there could be a world where I cut it for another fusion. 2 Liger, 3 Perfume. The 3rd Perfume is just because of Heavy Poly. If you play Heavy Poly, you want 3rd Perfume or Cat Dancer. 2 Leo. Cat Dancer, real quick. If you're expecting to play against Vanquish Soul, you want Cat Dancer in your extra deck. But yeah. 1 Dugaris, 1 Baguska, a Cross Sheep, SP, Tiger King, Almiraj, and Dempsey. Almiraj is if you have like Leo plus Perfume, you can normal summon Leo, it gets stopped, make Almiraj, Perfume, revive. Dempsey is a way to trigger Martin. Other ways you can trigger Martin are Redoer and the outer entity Nyarla. I think Dempsey is the best because Redoer removes itself from the field, so you can't use the body for like SP or Cross Sheep. And Nyarla hack can only be activated if you have a monster in the graveyard, so Dempsey doesn't have that like restriction, quote unquote. So Dempsey, I think, is the best one. Also, Nyarla is an Earth monster, and if you do decide to play Dominus Impulse, then you can't use Nyarla after Impulse. Although I don't think that's too relevant. Oh yeah, I'm not playing Dominus Impulse. I don't think it works well with a non-engine approach like this. I know some people were playing like this in like Malice, or sorry, Mitsurugi, but playing like Impulse instead, like 6 Charm, you show Impulse. Like I said, I think this deck has a slightly tough time dealing with Detonator sometimes. Like Gold Leo plus any name outbeats Detonator, but like if you open like Continuous Spells, you lose to it. So I wanted to play a non-engine card that dealt with a Detonator, but I could easily see a world where you play Impulse instead. Yeah, a cool card in this deck is Heavy Poly. This card is really cool. An issue with this card though is that if your opponent only has, if you like Molcharmi or Jolden, they only end on 1 monster. It's not that great, but like you can legit just draw this going second versus like Rise of Mitsu, like break the full board, which is pretty crazy, especially if they've already used like a Dugaris or something like that. But yeah, anywho, that was it. That's real quick. Also, Mischief of the Gnomes can be sent off Foolish Burial Goods, which is really cool. But yeah, anywho, that's it. That's my deck profile. I think the deck is really good. I've been testing it a lot. It does get weaker if people prepare for it though, and there are a lot of ways people can prepare for it, which I will be talking about on the channel. Also, I'll be uploading like videos on like deck combo tutorials for this deck, ruling videos, tips on how to play it and how to play against it, because there's specific sequencing you have to do when playing other decks into this deck, like Raizo and Mitsurugi, for example. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and take care.